Donny Cates and Nick Klein begin the search for Mjolnir as Thor turns to his father for help in finding the hammer, journeying to the farthest reaches of the 10 realms to uncover the identity of the mysterious god of hammers. Donny Cates starts up his big 5-part story with a quick action-packed issue that reveals some of the new threats behind Thor's current woes, tying it wonderfully back to his rule of Asgard and what the dark future holds for the All-Father and the future he saw written in the Book of Kings. I really like how Cates portrayed Thor this issue. He's sick of everything and everyone around him questioning him, and now someone has stolen his hammer, so he is desperate to get it back from this mysterious god of hammers, and will even go so far as to threaten Sif with depowerment if it means he can get closer to it. Thor also swallowing his pride a little and turning to his father for help was great, and I have to imagine the story will take them into a place of reconciliation with one another, or at least into a place where both characters have a better understanding of each other. Series artist Nick Klein continues delivering just fantastic artwork worthy of a universe-spanning adventure. I really love the design he did for the big fighting arena that most of the book takes place in, and how it's in the palm of a long dead giant, and the fingernails are the stands of where the people sit and watch the fights. It's a fun location to set a portion of the book in, and I quite enjoy the book getting to explore that sort of weird side of the Marvel cosmic realm. Thor issue 19 was another fantastic issue from Cates and Klein, delivering us a new story arc as well as a more harder edged Thor as the hero deals with some of the terrible things his future has in store for him. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Thor issue 19 heads into the beginning of everything, where 2 giant titans battle one another amongst the stars, with one smashing the other in the face with a planet, breaking a piece of it off which hurtles through space, hitting another world and blowing it up. The grand cosmic wheel of rage turns yet again, destroying more worlds and sending another meteor towards a planet to seed. Eons ago in Nidavellir, the meteor is found, forged in fire under the watchful eye of Odin, who also continues the cycle of rage and violence and annihilation, but then born from entropy was eternity as Mjolnir is created. In a world of gods and monsters though, eternity cannot last forever as Thor uses the hammer to overthrow the monstrous Magog, throwing it into the sun with the villain attached to it on the eve of the War of the Realms, also destroying the hammer in the process, but not long after, the hammer returned, bringing with it the fire of the Titans, and from that fire came rage. In the present, Thor goes to see Sif, wanting to know who stole his hammer, but Sif cannot see anything. Thor demands to know how that is possible, but Sif tells him that someone can hide for them, especially if they are most powerful enough to steal Mjolnir. She tells him to use his Master of War, wanting him to let Beta Ray Bill do his job while he looks after his people for once. Thor tells her of the Book of Kings and how only the rightful king of Asgard can look into its pages, and within them it talks of the past and his father and grandfather and all of the titans that form the realm. He knows that it also talks of things to come, and he's been reading it for days, having not slept or eaten, and it speaks of a great storm which no one has ever seen before, and it's all brought forth by Mjolnir, which is wielded by a being known as the god of hammers, who is supposed to also kill the golden king of Asgard. Thor refuses to let this come to pass, demanding Sif go pay attention to some things in Asgard she spoke of, since her eyes are better at business than his are. Sif knows that Thor isn't himself, but Thor threatens to take her sword and power from her as he uses the Bifrost to teleport away to Odin. In a battle arena situated inside the Gauntlet, Odin battles a giant which knocks the former Allfather down, but before he can deliver the killing blow, Thor's Bifrost arrives, allowing him to save his father and deal with the giant. The crowd boos the hero for making them lose their money as Thor learns that Angela put Odin there in the fighting pit. Thor tells his father about Mjolnir, but he already knows, and so does everyone else. Before Odin can tell his son he won't be helping him, the giant returns, forcing the hero to battle it and cut its arm off. He once again says that he's cleaned up his father's mess, so now the old man will help him. The father and son head to Nidavellir, but Thor doesn't know why his father brought him there to the dwarves, but Odin says the dwarves will be able to track the hammer since they cast it with a part of their souls inside of it. The two men see something, arming themselves as they find a war has been waged in the forges. Heading inside, they find the Valraven have been killed, still sitting on their perches, something which is nearly impossible to even do. Odin knows that they were killed in a blink of an eye, as inside, Thor and Odin find the entire forge has been decimated and all of the dwarves have been killed. Odin points out that the dwarves were crushed and Thor wielded it for eons, so he would know it better than anyone, wanting his son to say it. Thor knows that he can see it as well, saying that these people were killed by Mjolnir.